Welcome back to Cowboys Digest, everybody. I'm your host, Jace Andrews, and I am absolutely thrilled to have you tuning in today. We've got some exciting developments in the world of the Dallas Cowboys, especially with a new report highlighting a sneaky good signing opportunity in the wake of Don Bland's unfortunate injury. Today, we're diving deep into the details, exploring two prime candidates the Cowboys could target in free agency, and breaking down why these moves could be game changers for Jerry Jones and the team. But before we jump into the meat of it, I just want to take a moment to express my sincere gratitude for all the incredible support you've shown our channel over the past week or so. Your likes, comments, shares, and views mean the world to us here at Cowboys Digest. It's what keeps us motivated to deliver top-notch content day in and day out. We're committed to keeping the Cowboys coverage flowing strong, all year long, no matter the season. So, if you're part of that massive 87.4% of viewers who watch our videos but haven't hit that subscribe button yet, today is your day, my friend. Subscribing is 100% free, and you'll get daily doses of in-depth analysis, breaking news, player spotlights, and everything Dallas Cowboys related. I promise you won't regret it. Just scroll down, smash that subscribe button, and join the Cowboys Digest family. It's quick, it's easy, and it's the best way to stay locked in with dem boys. Alright, let's get into the heart of today's episode. Last night, we received some disheartening news from ESPN's Todd Archer regarding the Dallas Cowboys secondary. It appears that star cornerback Don Bland could be sidelined for a couple of weeks due to a right foot injury he sustained during Monday's practice. Now, I know what you're thinking. Monday practice? That's a bit unusual in a standard NFL week, right? Well, remember, the Cowboys kicked off their season with Thursday Night Football, which shifted their schedule around. They opted for a light walkthrough on Monday to keep things fresh, but unfortunately, that's where Bland went down. We didn't hear about this until last night because that's when the first official injury report dropped. On top of that, it was the first day media members were allowed back at practice, and lo and behold, Bland wasn't suited up. That raised some immediate red flags. This morning, we got a bit more clarity on the situation thanks to a report from Patrick Walker over at Cowboys Wire. According to defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus, wait, hold on, that's a slip. It's actually our own defensive mind, but let's stick to the facts. There's no firm timetable for Bland's return just yet. However, Walker noted that initial indications point to a recovery period of about a couple of weeks, and the team is optimistic that it won't drag on longer. As it stands, I'd wager he's definitely out for this weekend's matchup. Beyond that, I'd say it's a long shot for next weekend too, especially with the Bears on the horizon. But there's a glimmer of hope he could suit up for the home game at AT&T Stadium against the Green Bay Packers, assuming everything heals as expected. In the worst-case scenario, we might be looking at 4 to 5 weeks on the shelf. We'll have to monitor this closely as more updates come in, but it's a blow to the defense, no doubt. Now, let's talk about the ripple effects. Without Don Bland, the Cowboys are down to just one dedicated nickelback on the active 53-man roster. That's a precarious position, especially in today's pass-heavy NFL where slot coverage is crucial. Sure, they've got Zion Childress, an undrafted free agent who's now on the practice squad, as a potential call-up. And then there's Reddy Stewart, who has a smidgen of NFL experience, maybe 1 or 2 games under his belt, including that recent Thursday night clash against the Philadelphia Eagles. But relying solely on these young, relatively unproven talents feels risky. You'd prefer someone with more seasoned NFL chops to step in and provide stability, even if it's just a short-term bandage for a few weeks. As soon as the injury news broke, articles started popping up left and right, speculating on potential free agent solutions. One headline that caught my eye proclaimed, "The Cowboys have a no-brainer free agent to sign after Don Bland's foot injury." And folks, they're onto something here. The player in question? None other than Kendall Fuller. Now, Kendall Fuller is a veteran cornerback with a wealth of experience, having bounced around the league but consistently showing flashes of brilliance. What makes him such an intriguing fit for the Cowboys is his skill set, which mirrors that of Don Bland and Trayvon Diggs in many ways. He's a ball-hawking presence who excels at playing the ball in the air, but like our guys, that aggressive style can sometimes lead to risks and big plays allowed. Let me be clear, I'm not here to knock Bland or Diggs. In my book, they're leagues ahead of Fuller in terms of overall impact and consistency. But in a pinch, when you need depth at nickel or even versatility across the secondary, Fuller could be a solid plug-and-play option. Imagine the worst-case scenario. Reddy Stewart or Zion Childress goes down with an injury too. Suddenly, you're scrambling, maybe even shifting other corners around in ways that disrupt the entire defensive scheme. I'd rather avoid that headache altogether by adding a proven veteran like Fuller as insurance. No pun intended with the ready part. Diving deeper into Fuller's profile, let's pull from a report by Lucas Manerney over at Fansided. He describes Fuller as a versatile corner with experience in the slot and out wide. That's key. Versatility is gold in modern defenses. However, 2024 wasn't kind to him. He dealt with multiple concussions and a lingering knee issue that sidelined him for games and hampered his performance. Statistically, it was one of his roughest seasons. But here's the silver lining. The Cowboys wouldn't need Fuller to be a superstar. He's not stepping in as CB1. He's depth, a reliable rotational piece who can hold the fort until Bland returns. Manerney also highlights Fuller's stylistic similarities to Diggs and Bland. He has a similar skill set to Diggs and Bland, playing the ball in the air while risking giving up a play. Over his career, Fuller has deflected 10 or more passes in 5 of his 9 seasons, showcasing that playmaking ability. On the flip side, he's allowed completion percentages north of 65% at times, which echoes the criticisms sometimes lobbed at our own corners. But let's put that in perspective. Bland and Diggs get a bad rap for occasional lapses, but look at their performance against the Eagles. They locked down Devonta Smith and A.J. Brown, limiting them to just 4 combined targets. That's elite coverage, plain and simple. Sure, there was that one play where Cavonte Turpin— the report mentioned Colin, but I think it was a reference to our secondary as a whole. Point is, aggressive corners like these win more than they lose.